All right, now we're going to look at oshi-taoshi going into Ude Gaeshi. Ude Gaeshi is a second technique in the Hijiwaza. And like other gaishis, like Kota Gaeshi, for instance, which is really well known, it's a folding function. You see Kota Gaeshi fold. Ude Gaeshi takes the elbow and does the same kind of fold here, but here, and on into the shoulder socket here. And so it's controlling the elbow function in a reversal, just like we do in Kota Gaeshi, but deeper up into the arm and shoulder process that we're after. That's the central idea of what's going on in Ude Gaeshi. How we arrive there are a variety of ways. It's very popular, for instance, to take oshi-taoshi as the preceding technique from this elbow control here. And then if he's trying to extract his arm, he's trying to get loose from this, and his arm's already extended in this high position, really the only place it can go from up is to get straight or to bend down. So go ahead and get it straight, bend it down. And as it does so, we make this nice feeding action to control all the way to the Ude Gaeshi. That feeding action is very important. You're controlling elbow, hand slides to the inside, outside hand wraps and feeds to the edge of the little finger right here. This edge of the little finger becomes the controlling mechanism on the coil. There's no grip out there. If we turn around, you can see my hand is open and you're ready to throw just with a push. No gripping mechanism. Could you have a gripping mechanism? Sure you can, but you want to do it in the most complete form so that you can always resort to a less complete form if you like. You also don't necessarily have to start from oshi-taoshi. You can start directly into Ude Gaeshi. You could take, for instance, the old backstep kazushi and drive straight up into Ude Gaeshi, right here. You can throw them away, or you can throw them down into a locking form. And so let's take a peek at the locking form as well. We'll just pick off an oshi-taoshi, an Ude Gaeshi, lay him down. There you go. Now let's have you rotate here. Good, so we can see. As you enter the locking form of this, the hand that's controlling the ridge of the little finger stretches him out. The top hand or inside hand reaches high. We keep our posture erect so that he can't touch our face with his free hand. Can you get there here? He's got a pretty long hand. Should he try so, we have the hand raised so that we can come down and control the center line. This hand can also come down and roll him over so we can proceed into a knee walking procedure and do a dislocation or possible rollover into a shoulder control. But here is typically where it ends. And as you turn your body outward, they make a little submission. Go ahead. Yeah, that's good. So, locking mechanism, pretty simple. The basic elements, though, are taking the Gaeshi on the fly. Here's one, right to the basic Ude Gaeshi form, without any preliminaries, without any get-readies. And so I'm taking an elongated irimi action, an elongated tenkan action, entering right over the elbow, and then I'll cut him sort of 90 degrees to the line of his travel, and we get something more like this. Yeah, it's an oshi-taoshi excluded form. It's just Ude Gaeshi, and it has a Kota Gaeshi kind of feel. We'll do that once again. Right here. Just controlling the Kota Gaeshi function from the point at the elbow. Same thing. Theoretically, one wouldn't even have to be controlling the wrist. You could just control the elbow and just control the forearm and make this thing go. And it would technically still be a form of Ude Gaeshi. Now, most often it's not thrown that way. Most often it's thrown in a line going back past them in a straight back fall. But typically in randori, you can't control exactly where they're going to go, and you're just flying with them and picking it off. The central element remains the Gaeshi function of the elbow and shoulder, mirroring that same function that we have at the wrist. The controls lightly set right here and then here are the two main mechanisms to be looking at for your Ude Gaeshi action. Can you also grip down? Yes, you can. Should you? Probably most of the time, no. Could you also push him in the face? Yes, you can. If his second hand comes up, can you do other things here? Yes, you can. Basically, you have a lot of options once the mechanism of the elbow control is established. So experiment with it and find out for yourself what Ude Gaeshi is doing for you.